Hello, listeners. Time for you to listen again. This is Zenobia. I'm here to thank our pals at Midnight Syndicate, who are at www.midnightsyndicate.com for the wonderful background music, and our friends at Sword Coast Soundscapes, and they're at youtube.com/Sword Coast Soundscapes for the sound effects and ambiance which make our production so special. I hope you enjoy the next episode. Bye.
So, last week I said y'all are coming up on this caravan of carnival people.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it was rather unexpected.
It really was.
Are there clowns?
There are.
Oh, no.
See, it just reminds me of, I went and saw It 2 recently, and I got to a point where Pennywise was on the screen, hiding in the dark with just a little bit of light on him. This little girl was under the bleachers.
Oh, I hate that scene.
It
scared me.
And it was getting to this really intense point, and the power in the entire theater just shut off.
Oh, no. That's horrifying.
It was like the most perfect timing ever for that to happen. And power never did come back on, so I still haven't finished the movie yet.
Did anyone get stabbed?
Nobody got stabbed.
I mean, I could tell you what happened.
That I know of.
Did people scream?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, when the power went out, they screamed?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, because they were in the dark.
We were, it was pitch black in there.
And Pennywise was about to get you.
Yeah. And it was perfect timing. It was terrifying. Power just stayed out for quite a while. So eventually, doing what people do, people pulled out their phones and with their flashlights and were making, shadow puppets on the screen. And doing our own reenactment.
We'll continue the story
of the story
this way.
That's funny.
So we had fun with it.
That's really funny. Was there a pretty big crowd?
It was probably about a half full auditorium.
I really like that kind of positivity and like, hey, let's just have some fun with it.
Yeah, I like when things develop that way.
It's like an absence of cynicism.
Yeah.
I had a really funny guy behind me that there was a younger guy that got up and left the auditorium to go out and see what was going on in the hallway, and he just kind of under his breath muttered, "Oh no, don't do that. That's how people die."
Go split the party.
Oh, that's terrifying, but very funny.
It was very funny.
I'm glad you didn't die in that movie theater.
Me too.
I'm also glad you didn't die last week when you were incapacitated.
Dealing with pneumonia, which is not fun.
Are your lungs clear now?
They're not completely clear, but I have a little bit more of a voice than I did last week.
Yes.
So.
Yes, you do.
And we're going to use every ounce of it.
Yep. Mm-hmm. By the end of this episode, I should have zero voice left.
Yep, we'll make sure to destroy it.
That is the goal.
Oh, and we're about to meet these carnies, so...
Good luck with those accents.
Exactly. Look at all these voices you're about to create.
Hey, look.
All these Irish... all these UK voices.
It's a mix of...
Gary and Gary.
It's a mute carnival.
Like a flea circus?
Yep.
I was really confused as a kid. Flea markets. I was like, I don't understand. Why would anyone buy fleas?
Yeah, exactly.
You can get fleas from flea markets.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. My childhood brain said, oh, it's called a flea market because you get fleas when you go there.
Which I think is accurate, but I was definitely like, I don't understand why you'd buy fleas.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, before you really jump into it, I forgot to charge my dice before we went, so I need to decide which ones I'm getting. Oh man, pretty good. Okay, we're going with the blue goo gold today.
Blue goo gold?
Blue gold.
Okay.
Oh, those
Gesundheit.
suck.
Oh, and I'm using the same exact dice because these are Renly's dice.
So they will kill Renly.
Yes, as
Okay.
we found out.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
They all suck.
So you showed us a picture at the end of last week's episode of the...
I did. Of one of the gentlemen that you saw.
And I don't really remember it, but it reminded me of like a creepy Uncle Sam.
Yeah, kind of.
Which was... It was very...
In this?
Yeah, it's a creepy Uncle Sam.
Well, Uncle Sam is creepy anyway. This is...
No,
Wait,
really,
whoa, that's un-American.
really, he doesn't have a beard like Uncle Sam, but he's obviously like, he looks like a ringmaster.
Creepy ringmaster.
It was really disjointing for me because I definitely had a strong, vivid image in my head of him being striped with like red and yellow stripes or like pink and yellow stripes. So that's like, well, that doesn't match my vision.
Well, red and pink is kind of close.
That's true.
Close-ish.
But this makes more sense. Also, this whole thing reminds me of Something Wicked This Way Comes.
Yes. So you're in the caravan.
We're in the caravan? We've joined it?
Yes, you're now part of the circus.
We have abandoned our mission and we're going to go become carnies.
I call Bearded Lady.
But you're on your cart and your summoned horse heading toward Lepperstad, and you find this caravan of the Crooked Kin, Ustalav's greatest traveling cabinet of curiosities.
Well, we have a couple curiosities here with us.
Yeah, we got Roderick.
He's certainly the most unusual part of our party.
Did they come
One
up
of them, anyway.
as soon as the wolves died, or did we meet them later?
You met them later.
This was the next day, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. I had to think if I was still in.
Well,
So we're kind of ka-clomp along the
You're
road.
gonna make your way down the road, and you see them. They're all, most of them gathered around. All the caravans have been pulled, like all the carts have been pulled off to the side of the road, and they're gathered together. And they look,
You said they looked like sad or distraught, right?
they look very concerned and worried about something.
well, in dedication to one of the friends of the podcast, Jacob, Vivian will step forward and say, "Hail and well met."
Hey, Jacob.
Hi, Jacob.
Roderick kind of rolls his eyes a little bit like, oh, here she goes.
As Vivian says this and steps forward, you can almost see this look of relief come over them, and you see the tall albino man with red eyes, long white hair that hangs below his knees. He's wearing the tall red top hat, a long red coat with gold buckles and striped trousers. It very much looks like a ringleader. Mm-hmm. He steps forward.
You mean ringmaster?
I didn't catch it either.
I didn't either.
She's so right.
Oh, Harry's hanging his head in defeat.
Maybe
I read the word leader as I said ring. Whatever.
No, it was good. It was good. He could be both. We don't know.
I know.
He's giving away the plot already.
It's like he's the boss.
He is the boss.
I'm
Boss
going
of
to
book
kill
two
him
right
right
now.
away.
I kill him right away. All right, so the ringmaster.
The ringmaster steps forward. Hello, my name is Caleb. We are very surprised that you would stop and even speak to us. Most people just pass on by.
Oh, why?
Well, we don't exactly look, as you might say, normal.
I did think that y'all looked a little bit unusual. Vivian says y'all sometimes.
She's from the south.
But I'm not from this country, so I don't really know what's normal and what's not.
Well, we will admit that we do look a bit unusual, but that is how we make our trade.
All eyes move to Renly.
Why is everybody looking at me?
I don't know. Usually the eyes are on us.
I know.
Show him your tattoo, Renly.
I mean, you can kind of see it. It's a bat. That's it. It's a bat.
And what's so unique about that?
That was in Roderick's North American accent, which means he was thinking. He didn't actually say it. We have made this clear.
Yeah, we have. Oh, it's yes, it seems that you're like a carnival or something?
Yes, we are known as the Crooked Kin. We are the Ustalav's greatest traveling cabinet of curiosities.
And what exactly does that mean? I've just been to a dungeon of curiosities and none of it was good.
Yes, it sounds like you're our long-estranged cousin who's come to stab us.
No,
Roderick, that was a little rude.
I'm just saying you might want to reconsider your name.
I think our name suits us just perfectly.
Are you very stabby then?
Not very stabby.
Roderick, knock it off with the abstay.
They can speak pig Latin in Ustalav, Mom.
Oh, nay.
Abstay
Ad
the
K.
I gay.
You said I gay.
We're recording on a Friday night today. It always gets
This is not a usual recording night.
It always gets weird.
This is not going to go well.
Let's keep going though. Let's keep driving this train into the ground.
We're well-versed performers in the circus arts, I guess you could say. We travel from town to town, mostly among the cities in Ustalav. We're on our way to Lepperstad now.
Oh, you are?
Yes.
Well, why are you stopped then?
Well, we stopped on the side of the road because it is a long journey and we needed a break. And then one of our own, Elise, she heard some noises and went to investigate. Her sister's here, and you see 2 other small pinhead girls. They're distraught over her missing. She's been gone for hours, and we don't know where she might have gone. As you can probably imagine, we're not the best at, defending ourselves, so we don't know the proper way to go and find her.
This is funny because we were talking before the episode, Mommy, how you wanted to utilize your new talents.
Yes.
I.e. tracking.
Well, hey there. Where did she go? What sort of noise did you hear, first of all?
We believe that she heard some sort of crying sound, and she went to go see if she could find who was crying.
Crying like an animal? Crying like a child?
Crying like a child. She's kind of taken over as like a big sister to our wolf child here. She seems to have that almost mothering instinct.
Roderick looks very closely at wherever he's gesturing towards wolf child.
Right?
He says wolf child because that's the name that they give him. Mm-hmm. It's just a 10-year-old boy completely covered in hair.
Fair enough. Roderick just needed to take a look.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not a werewolf, just a really hairy kid.
Yes.
He's just making sure.
Yeah, I agree. I was about to do the same thing.
They have any dogs?
You don't see any like real dogs. You see a couple of caged goblin dogs. There's a giant frog in a cage as well. And
Are goblin dogs any good as trackers?
Aren't they like big rats?
Yeah, they're kind of,
Basically.
they're like
Yeah.
naked mole rats.
Yeah, because goblins hate dogs, so the only dogs they would have are not dogs.
Okay.
Do the animals look mistreated?
no.
Good. All right. I trust him.
Those from the area, if you have knowledge local, give me a knowledge local.
That would be 1 or 2 of us.
7.
11.
Okay, never mind then.
I was wondering if this obviously isn't a lot of information to go off of, but I was curious if there's some known sprite or something that like cries like a child to a will-o-wisp
Attract
sort of
people.
thing, make
Yeah.
people wander off in the woods. What kind of role would that be?
That's not really a lot to
Yeah.
go on.
You heard a sound.
Knowledge mythology.
Those of you who have knowledge history, give me a knowledge history roll.
20.
22.
All right. So both Renly and Vivian, you've heard stories of a monster through this area known as the Beast of Lepistad, who has been known for countless murders. And while you were in Ravengrow, getting ready to head this way, you heard stories of Lepistad is getting ready for the trial of the beast. So they've captured the beast, and they're basically putting him on trial.
How long ago did you lose your person?
She's been gone a few hours.
So recently.
Yes.
Then it couldn't be the beast, could it?
We don't think it was the beast. We have heard that the beast was being put on trial.
I've heard the same.
And that's actually why we are on our way to Lepistad. We thought we'd... a lot of people will be there for the trial, so we thought we'd make some money while we're
Marketing.
there.
Yeah, seems a very good marketing strategy. I agree. Well, Zenobia, do you think you could utilize your skills
I
to
think absolutely.
help find this girl?
Renly, what about you? I know that Vivian was going to be head first into this right away, but I don't know you very well.
I mean, I'm always willing to help. That's what I was brought up to do.
Very well. I guess it's decided.
Let me talk to the sisters. I want to know more about her disappearance. Show me where she walked to.
The girls will tell you that she took off to the west. There are a few tracks there that you can see which direction that she went.
Okay. And they can show me which are her footprints so that I can start seeing.
Yes.
So.
And roll a survival check to follow those tracks.
And you'll get a bonus for tracking, I mean.
Yeah, I need to find that.
Roderick is going to attempt to aid, and does so. So that's a +2.
Oh, I could do that too.
12.
So confident in Zenobia's abilities,
So-
Roderick is trying to...
You said +2?
Yes.
14.
I do not aid.
How much do I need? A 10?
Survival.
I got a 16, so.
All right. That is enough to easily follow these tracks.
The ground in Ustalav is pretty wet, usually.
Yeah.
So, her tracks are easy to follow. And is the company coming with me?
No, we're going to let you do it by yourself.
Alrighty then.
The Crooked Kin, they all stay up at the campsite because they don't feel
I get that.
safe.
And Vivian will say, like, calming words before leaving. Like, we're going to help. We will find her.
And Roderick detects magic just sort of precautionary as we're moving along.
Okay. So you start going for a while, following the path, Zenobia easily tracking where these are heading off to the west. It starts getting into a point where the ground is getting more saturated, and almost like instead of just being wet ground, you're starting to have standing water,
Ew.
which makes it a bit harder to track at this point.
Difficult terrain, you'd say?
Yes.
More marshy.
A lot more marshy. So I'll need at this point, you've gone about half a mile following these tracks. Give me another survival check.
Vivian will cast guidance on you. That gives you a +1 to your roll.
Roderick is going to attempt to aid again.
Aid.
Roderick does not aid because he rolled a natural 1.
Vivian does aid.
12.
I do not aid.
So 12.
12. At this point, you lose the tracks. So you aren't able to see where they're going. But you look around you, and you see that at this point, it's a very marshy area. There's flies kind of flying everywhere around the marsh. There's like 6 to 8 foot tall reeds on the sides kind of covering everything. You stand there for a few moments trying to figure out where the path went, and then you hear a crying sound to the east.
Oh!
I suppose we follow the sound.
Zenobia gestures to everyone to be very quiet. We start slowly moving towards the east, trying to be very silent and not making squishy sounds.
Okay.
Sounds like a stealth check.
Sounds like a stealth check to me.
If I fly out of the water, do I have to do a stealth check?
Are you trying to be stealthy?
Yeah, but I'm not making noise.
But are you trying to hide in shadows? And
Fine,
stuff
I'll
like
roll
that?
the stupid stealth check.
24.
Roderick didn't do bad. He rolled a 16.
15.
Ooh,
These aren't terrible rolls.
22.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
It's because I'm flying out of the water.
We're pretty quiet.
So you move over to the east. You know you're kind of near where that sound would have come from. Mm-hmm. Now you hear that sound again, but it's to the north.
Oh dear. Vivian wants to detect magic in the area.
Okay. You detect magic? No magic.
Zenobia, do you see any tracks around here?
Do I see any tracks around here?
Guidance.
Aid.
Aid.
I aid.
I aid.
No. Won't make it.
What'd you roll?
2.
Yeah, that won't make it.
I rolled a natural 19.
I rolled a 14. It's not great, but it helps.
Oh dear. I was afraid something like this would happen. I do believe whatever is causing this is trying to get us lost.
Yes, we may have walked into a trap.
Well, we've gone this far. Why don't we go all the way?
So, since you said trap, what Renly is going to do is he is going to touch his helm and take on his form.
You're going to have to explain that to me later.
Sweetie, there's not time right now.
I said later.
He did say later, Carnegie. Or Carrie.
Carnegie.
How to win friends and influence people. By this guy.
Is there I don't see trap check on this, but I know that I have that as a...
So it's half your Slayer level added to your perception.
Yeah, it should be under perception.
So your perception plus 2.
That's if there was a trap here for you to search for.
So I am going to check to see if I can detect a trap in this area.
All right.
And with my modifiers, that is a 20.
All right. You're fairly certain there are no traps.
I guess we go to the north. And we do so.
We do
All
so.
right. Start making your way up to the north. You know, this is where you heard that sound from, where it was coming from. You get to this point, and you hear the sound again, back to the south.
Well, son of a bitch.
I have okay. So now that we've experienced this enough, could I try to roll another knowledge check as to what would cause something like this?
Mm-hmm.
What knowledge would that be?
What are you trying to figure out?
This sounds magical.
It does sound magical.
Roger wants to roll Arcana.
That is my instinct as well.
Okay.
15, so not great.
I'll roll my knowledge arcana.
I rolled an 8.
22.
22. I mean, there's different things that could cause this, like ghost sounds, things like that could make the sounds move back and forth. You're just not sure. It's not enough to go on to figure out exactly what is doing this.
All right, well, we give up. We head back to the caravan.
22 knowledge local?
Yeah, you still wouldn't know.
Nothing more. Okay.
Is it dark outside?
It's probably dusk.
So we did a lot of walking before this.
Through the marsh. Difficult terrain.
Is our horse still there? Has he disappeared yet?
Oh dear, I just don't think following the sound is going to be...
No.
I don't know if Vivian knows this type of strategy, but can we triangulate the sound? Is there a middle section we can go to?
We put up a speaker in 3 sections.
Well, basically we've heard it in 3 different areas. Can we, can Zenobia track us to guide us to the middle of it?
Yeah. Give me a survival check to try to triangulate the middle.
Aid.
Guidance to you, Mama.
I do aid.
Roderick aids again.
I aid.
There you go. That's a good roll.
So that's a +6.
23,
+6.
29.
Yay.
Did you add that +1 in as well?
I think so.
Okay.
We'll call it 29.
Yeah.
I rolled a 15 plus
if that doesn't-
23.
If that doesn't pass,
Plus
I
all
quit.
your modifiers, 29.
Nice. Yeah, so 29.
Definitely find where that middle area would be
Okay.
between all of these points.
We go there.
Detect magic.
I don't think it's magical. I think it's real.
At this point, Roderick and Zenobia probably feel annoyed. Got us traipsing around in the mud.
Well, Vivian's definitely not happy
Well, I'm
to
frustrated
be in
at not being able to track it. This is, it's becoming a point of honor.
So you get to this middle section, and give me another perception check at this point.
28.
12.
the mud. 8.
9.
So Zenobia, you see in the marshy area a pale and broken body lying half submerged. It definitely resembles one of the bodies of the pinheads.
Oh, no.
And it looks like with that one you can also see that it was dragged to this point over here. And as you look at that body, you hear that sound one more time, this time to the east again. And it comes with a skittering sound.
Please don't be a spider.
How many legs does it sound like?
Sounds like you can't tell how many legs because of the water splashing, and it's really, really fast.
I don't like the sound of this.
Sound of what?
I hear the sound of skittering off to the east and that crying. But look, there's a body.
Oh, dear.
I think this may be Elise.
Vivian's going to walk forward to the body now that it's pointed out.
Roderick turns his attention to the east.
Okay.
Shows priorities there. That's great.
Mm-hmm.
I look at the drag marks. Can I follow them back?
Yes,
I point them out to Roderick, too.
you can.
This is great. So 3 different things. Which one do you want to start with?
Show me on the map where each one, where it is taking you.
Renly is going to walk up behind Vivian.
And I assume 10 minutes has passed. So you said something about 10 minutes, Philip?
Yeah, I have the item that I'm using to change my appearance it's 10 minutes per level, and since it's a wondrous item, it's only level 1. So
So you're all kind of standing in a line.
Yeah, that's kind of how I envisioned it.
Yes, perfect for a breath weapon attack.
From a black dragon.
I mean, this would be the spot for it. As each of you starts to investigate the different things you're looking at, tracing the drag marks, going up to check the body, Vivian gets a nice surprise as a spider phases into the material plane.
It's a phase spider.
What?
And tries to bite you. That's going to hit.
What?
That is a 25 to hit.
Oh, let me see.
I bet it's flat-footed too, huh?
Do you mean she?
Well, I meant the condition.
The AC.
Yes, that hits Gary.
Yep. All right. So the spider phases into existence, bites Vivian, 10 points of damage.
Okay.
And I need you to make a fortitude save as we also roll for
I
initiative.
bet you do.
This is brutal.
Ooh. All right. Do you want my fortitude save now?
Yeah, let's go ahead and get the fortitude save.
23.
Okay, so far you feel okay except for that bite.
And this horrifying... what is that, large?
It is large.
That is a large pond. So that's... we take up 1 square on the map. This takes up 4 squares. I can't think of anything that's more nightmarish for me than an enormous spider phasing into existence in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
Making baby crying sounds.
What does a phase spider...
That was a spoiler. Gary hasn't actually announced it's a phase spider. I just know that it's a phase spider.
That's because you're a nerd. Oh, but man, that's stuff of nightmares. I hate this campaign.
So, after it bites you, it also disappears.
Oh, no. This is not okay.
So what do we have for those initiatives?
Oh, forgot to roll that.
Let's go Renly first.
16.
16. Vivian.
17.
17. Zenobia.
22.
22. And Roderick.
4.
4. Roderick
Oh,
was not
Roderick.
ready for that one.
He's in the back.
It's funny since he was worried it was a spider.
He was looking off to the east.
So Zenobia, you are up first.
Hate friggin' spiders.
But here's also the question. Would you have seen this? Because it basically phased in long enough to bite her. You probably would have heard Vivian scream, and it disappeared.
Vivian, what happened?
Spider! It was huge!
It was
And
huge.
where is it?
It's not here. I don't know. It went away. It came here and then it went away. And that's 6 seconds.
Is Elise alive or dead?
I don't know. I haven't gotten to check. I got bit by a giant spider. 6 seconds are up.
Do you need healing?
It's 3 seconds because it was a surprise round.
I got it. Were you going to heal me?
No. I was going to tell you to heal yourself.
Okay.
She's just managing.
So I've got my bow, and I'm waiting to see if it reappears.
Okay.
So are you ready in action?
I'm readying my bow. I've got my arrow out. I've got my bow ready.
So would you say you're going to fire if it appears?
I'm going to fire if it appears, yes. I'm
Nice.
sorry, I'm not being specific enough.
So Zenobia steps back, readies her bow. Vivian.
Okay, so first, I want to do some sort of Can I do a perception or something around? I don't know. No, knowledge. Just what kind of knowledge can I do?
This will be Knowledge Arcana.
Okay, so I'm going to do Knowledge Arcana. I'm panicking. Vivian's panicking. I'm panicking. Panicking is happening. Ooh, okay. 21. Knowledge Arcana.
All right. You definitely know for sure that this is a phase spider.
Told ya.
What does that mean?
It means this is a spider that can phase back and forth between the material and ethereal plane. It likes to do that and ambush its targets. So it will come forward and bite and then disappear and wait for the poison to take effect. And then it will come eat the bodies.
What kind of action is it to disappear and reappear?
To shift from the ethereal plane to the material plane is a free action. So to appear is a free action. And to shift back is a move action. If it does it in a surprise round, it can still act as a full round action.
Wow, that's cool.
That is how it was able to disappear again.
Yes.
What can kill it?
It's weak to, like, anything any other creature would be weak to. Obviously, when it's in the ethereal plane, you can't hit it because it's incorporeal at that point.
Okay, so Vivian shares all this information. She's going to take a 5-foot step back.
Can't, it's different.
Oh, right.
But it also can't take an attack of opportunity because it's in the ethereal plane.
Okay, can Vivian get to Roderick?
Yes.
Okay, even in difficult terrain?
Yeah, she has the movement.
All right, so Vivian's going to move over to Roderick and cast Bit of Luck.
All right. Renly.
So what Renly is going to do is she's going to ready her halberd for if it appears next to her, she's going to smack it.
I'm pretty sure it's halberd.
Halberd? Her halberton? She's going to...
Halberd.
Her halberd.
Hanukkah's coming up.
That's true.
Halibrid.
All right. And that is Renly's turn. Roderick.
All right, so Vivian rolled a boss knowledge check that gives us so much information that we need. So, knowing that it's a move action for it to disappear, Roderick knows that it hasn't moved. So Roderick is going to, as a swift action, spend an arcane pull point to enhance his sword, and he's going to move over to the west-ish and ready an action to cast Flurry of Snowballs at it once it appears.
All right. And next up, right beside you, Roderick, it appears.
That means my
tries to
move
bite
goes
you.
first. Roll a reflex save.
18.
That passes, so it takes 6 points of cold damage, but is entangled for 2 rounds.
Does that mean it can't phase?
That's a good question.
It probably still could.
But it would still be in the same spot.
Yeah, because remember, it's not like it's actually entangled, it's just that it's really cold.
Mm-hmm.
By the rhyme Flurry of Snowballs.
Okay. And now it will bite at Roderick.
When do I get to shoot at it?
Actually,
That's true, she did have a once it phases into
All
existence.
right. Go ahead and shoot.
We love interrupting you.
22.
That's a hit.
5 points.
All right. 5 points of damage.
and nobody else can do it. Can I do mine?
No, unfortunately, you're too far away.
Okay.
Okay. Now it will try to bite Roderick. There's a 22 to hit.
That will most definitely hit.
That is 16 points of damage
Jeez
on
Louise.
the bite. And I need you to make a fortitude save.
Roll twice.
Thankfully, Roderick still has a bit of luck, so that's 2 rolls. There's a natural 14, so
What's the total?
20 total.
Seem okay. and it phases out of existence again.
Vivian is going to step up to Roderick and cast Cure. That's not Vivian. How dare you? You sexist man. Do all women look the same to you? So, he moved Philip's pawn. So, Cure Moderate Wounds on the Roderick.
Roderick wouldn't make that mistake. He's been staring at Vivian's ass the entire time.
How do you know it wasn't Renly's ass?
Because Renly was not in Harrowstone.
15 points of healing.
Oh, that's almost all the damage he took.
Yes.
He does have his brother's ass, though.
Buns of steel.
Oh, what did he do with the rest of him?
Oh man, Mom. You're on fire tonight. That was really funny.
It's disturbing.
Just got it in a backpack.
Disturbing you.
That's what the hat is made of. It's an ass hat.
Hero card?
Only if I get one for the setup.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Alright, so that's what Vivian does. She heals Roderick up.
All right, Renly, you're up next.
Okay. I think this is the point where I'm going to just enter my rage song. So I'm going to start singing, fly up 20 feet, and that's all I can do. I can't draw, right? Because I moved 20 feet up.
You can move and draw
Okay.
at the same time.
So I'm going to move up and draw my chakra.
Okay,
Yeah, boy.
Very cool.
back at the top of the order with Roderick.
Roderick's in really good shape, so he's going to ready an action to cast Magic Missile once this thing shows up.
Okay, and Zenobia, you're up next.
How far can I move? 10 feet?
Yeah, total of 10.
I want to move 10 feet.
We are in a bog. We're bogged down, you might say.
Then I want to move 10 feet that direction and ready another arrow. And I'm going to shoot at it when it phases in again.
Okay,
So Zenobia moves 10 feet further away from the party, readying her bow.
Perfect for something to grab her from the bog and drag her underwater this time. If you need some ideas.
right.
Adding monsters to the encounter.
I could. All right, Vivian.
Vivian is going to heal herself for 10 points of healing, which is actually just what I was down, so that's perfect.
Nice.
And she is going to take 10 steps, because that's, I believe, what all I can move.
10 feet.
10 feet, yeah, 10 steps.
10 paces.
I mean, kinda, yeah, right?
Yeah, basically.
10 foot length steps towards Zenobia, because...
A foot for a step.
Yep.
Step a
Oh,
foot.
man. There's so many ways we can go with this. I'm really enjoying it.
This is why you play this game.
This is why we record this show, for this awesome
Really
content.
highbrow humor.
Yeah, really intelligent humor. She's trying to get in reach of Zenobia. Don't die this round, Roderick. That's all I ask.
Renly.
Already?
Yep.
Wow. Time flies.
I think
so do
this-
I.
I think the spider, just stayed moving around.
Well, I'm continuing my song.
Okay.
And remember, everybody who is not Roderick, even Roderick, your weapons are +1 now.
Definitely Roderick. It doesn't help me that much, Vivian that much.
You have a glaive out.
Yeah, but she tries not to use it. She's not very good with it.
She doesn't want to get it dirty.
Oh, she's so not happy to be in a bog right now.
This was her idea.
her hair is so frizzy. She's very miserable.
Right.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue my song, and I'm going to actually come down about 10 feet,
Okay.
and then I'm going to ready my action to throw my chakram as soon as it appears.
All right.
I bet this is how every single fight with this monster goes.
I mean, it has to.
How else could you do
It
it?
just waits for it to appear and everybody just hurls everything they have.
Yeah. It can't attack without becoming corporeal, so just wait for that.
I jump onto the ethereal plane and attack it there.
That
That'd be
works. You could do it.
That'd be so cool.
That's a higher level spell, though.
Yeah.
Yep.
We don't have that one yet.
Bring this back once I can do that. So what is the spell that you're singing, Philip?
This it's not a spell.
I'm sorry, the song. Yeah.
Yeah, it's my raging song. As a skald, I get a raging song, and what it does is it gives you everyone a +1 enhancement to their weapons.
So I haven't played a skald, but I've played a bard, and typically each song has a name for what it does. So with a bard, it's inspire courage or inspire competence. What's this one that you're doing?
It's an enhanced weapon.
Okay, so that means
So this particular song is meant to enhance weapons.
Yes, at first level, enhanced weapon.
which makes perfect sense for a skald that they're more battle focused,
Right.
Because they're, it's like the drummer on the the battlefront, keeping.
It's a barbarian bard. It's a bardbarian.
Bardbarian. Hero card for Gary.
I remember.
I've heard that one somewhere else.
Yes, no, I've heard it. You know where you heard it? When we got into an argument about what a bard and a barbarian should be. Because I wanted to call it a barbarian, and you're like, no, it's called a skald.
That's funny. Anyway, cool.
Yeah.
Magic.
So, you all have +1 weapons now.
Very cool.
Next up is Roderick.
So my ready to action did not go off.
Correct, because it did not appear.
I wonder if it just ran away.
Roderick is going to move a little bit closer to the rest of the group and ready the same action to cast Magic Missile when it appears.
Zenobia.
I'm going to move 10 feet in this way, a little closer to Vivian, and continue to ready my action with my bow, ready to shoot when it appears.
Very good. And this time it appears right next to Zenobia.
Too close for me to fire?
You take a penalty.
So that does set off the chakram, and it does set off the magic missile.
A 1 and a 2, of course.
Oh, Roderick.
So a total of 5 points of damage.
You're really killing this guy.
Killing me.
Right. Brindley, did you want to fire the chakram?
Here comes my chakram.
All right.
There goes my chakram.
You have a +1 to it.
I do, and it's an 11.
Oh.
That is a miss.
But it doesn't have armor.
It does, and it's got a carapace.
It's got a natural armor.
Oh, by the way, that longbow minimum range, 2nd edition thing, not in 1st edition.
Yeah.
I thought I'd never heard of that.
Penalty?
No penalty.
Yes.
So fire when ready, Zenobia.
21.
That's a hit. It's still hard for me to grasp that this thing appears right beside you from a direction you weren't necessarily looking, and you're still able to hit it.
Because there's no facing in Pathfinder.
But it's
Not
still,
my
even
rule.
if it pops up right in front of you.
I find it hard
for
to.
me
I really
believe
do
that
find
you're
it
able to
hard.
get that shot.
Maybe that's why in the 2nd edition they fixed that.
Like,
Yeah, probably.
because I find it hard to imagine, but I also, as a player, don't see how you could fight this thing
Yeah.
if you don't have actions prepared. Like,
Yeah,
what
I
are
was
you
gonna
supposed
say-
to do?
There's no other way to
No,
fight it.
I'm not saying that this is the wrong
No,
thing
for
to do.
sure.
I'm just saying it's hard for me to imagine that this thing pops up and you're able to get this perfect shot off.
I agree. I
6.
agree.
6 points of damage?
Yeah.
Okay.
Technically, she did still have to roll for it, so I guess if she missed, that would mean her aim was off because she's like whipping around or something.
Yeah. I feel like there should be like a penalty for firing that close to it.
I agree.
I do agree, and they added it in 2nd edition.
Yeah.
I miscalculated. It's 12.
Still a miss.
I'm just saying that it did. Because you can do, with the chakram, you can do a +4 for melee.
what was
That's
it
what I
hit
looked
on?
at, not ranged.
Gotcha. All right. Well, now
That would
that
have been a
is...
17. Would a 17 have hit?
Yes.
Even with the penalty, I would have hit.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right. So now it's going to bite at Zenobia.
No.
And remember, you don't have your shield because your bow's out.
I think that's probably a miss. That's an 18.
That's a miss.
All right.
She's still all armored up.
Well, misses Zenobia and faces back out.
I mean, to be fair, that was its first miss.
This is true.
Yeah, and it was against Zenobia, who's our power girl.
Just really scared.
Wonder Woman.
All right.
Wonder Woman.
Vivian.
Vivian is going to cast Effortless Armor on Zenobia. Do you want to know what that does?
Yes.
I'll tell you once I find my sheet. Armor you wear no longer reduces your speed. You also reduce the armor check penalty by 1+1 per 5 caster levels. So
2.
So for me, that's 2.
Okay.
So this means you'll be able to move around the map faster because we're in difficult terrain.
Right. So I could move 20 feet next time.
15.
15?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, half again as much.
And this lasts for 4 minutes. So
where
No combat.
Yeah.
So where this would affect me is if I have to do...
If you need to move anywhere.
Yeah, and also if I have to roll any checks.
like an acrobatics or
Right.
something that is affected by your armor check penalty. Climbing. If you need to swim in this ankle deep water,
Yes.
this will help you
Yes.
out. You won't drown.
Zenobia, you are up next.
Well, I now feel a little speedier.
Yeah, that's got to be a pretty interesting, like, you know, you got to feel slightly, when your clothes are a little too tight or something, and suddenly you feel lighter, like, you feel more lithe.
Not when my clothes are tight. I feel heavier when they're tighter.
No, but now
Now
they're
they feel
lighter
more
because I've
relaxed.
cast effortless armor.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
So sometime I'll have to tell you the Billy Joel story.
Okay, I'm excited for this.
Interesting.
Continue.
Well, so Zenobia is going to, in the interest of trying to not be where this thing appears again, I'm going to move 15 feet this direction. I'm going to try and have a look at this body, but I'm also going to pull another arrow and...
So can she ready an action and look at the body? Or
Well, I'm going to be close to the body so I can look at it whenever.
Isn't
Yeah,
it a
you can-
check, though?
You can flavor look at the body.
Yeah.
No, but
Yeah.
is it can she do a perception check on it?
Even I, as a GM, would be like, no, you can't study the body and then
Exactly.
be ready to
And I'm not
fire.
going to. And I'm
She's
not going to
studying,
be.
never mind.
And I'm not going to be. I wanted to get closer to it.
yeah, that
but
makes
it's like,
sense because you can do it
this-
next time.
This thing isn't dead yet, so clearly
Yeah.
I'm more interested in staying alive than looking at the body.
Right.
But I want to be near there.
No, that makes sense. You could do it next time since you can use your move action to do that if
Right.
Gary allows it.
Right.
If he allows it.
But nobody's even checked this person's pulse to see if she's still, or is she just paralyzed like Frodo?
All right. Next up will be Roderick.
There are bigger problems afoot. Larger problems, if you will. Large creatures that are phasing in and out of the material plane.
Yes. That have 8 legs.
Roderick is going to move towards the center of the group,
All right.
and he's going to ready to cast Burning Hands. If
On the
he
group?
should-
I want to see this.
On the group.
Well, I mean, if he has to. He's going to do his best not to hit the group, but that is a sacrifice you will have to be willing to make.
I'm just imagining.
He's willing to.
I'm just imagining it's like we can't beat it.
And that's the
And
one.
then just kills everyone.
Yeah, that's the one where I roll 4 4s on that.
Yep. Max damage
That will be-
on everyone,
Yeah.
and everyone fails their reflex
Yes,
save.
exactly. That's what'll happen.
Yeah. This.
Sorry.
Can't wait to watch it. Let's do it.
And Roderick TPKs the group.
He survives.
If it
That's what I care
happens,
about.
that's going to be the way it's going to happen.
Yeah.
You know it. You know it's true.
That's so funny.
All right. So you're readying Burning Hands in case, or for whenever he pops back up.
The Hands of Burning.
Rinley.
Rinley is going to cast Call Weapon.
Okay.
Get his weapon back.
Yep. I
Somewhere
mean,
in the
I don't want to
marsh.
lose it in the bog.
That's gross.
Yeah.
What's gross?
The bog.
Bog of Eternal Stench.
Yes.
Okay.
So do you get it back?
Yep. It comes back to my hand.
So it's not like a boomerang. You actually have to call it back.
Yes. Yeah. It's not like Xena's where it just came back to her. I mean, it's you
Like
have to,
bouncing off a million things.
Yeah.
It will be once it's a +1 returning chakra.
right.
Mm.
But it's not that right now.
Not yet.
Ooh, +1 returning silver chakram. I'm ready for that.
It'll be fun. Vivian.
I could use one of those.
It's not like you have one in a different game.
Nope, not at all.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's like you do have that.
I love chakrams. They are awesome. But this one felt especially like significant because of the Halo connection.
How much damage does it do?
It does 1d8 plus 1.
See, it's not bad.
Vivian is going to cast Bit of Luck on Roderick,
All right. Bit of luck on Roderick.
and she'll stay where she is. So, kind of give a map. We're basically in a bundle here. Roderick in the middle, Renly in the air.
It's Carrie.
I'm sorry, I was gonna say you're in Carrie/Carnegie form.
Carry the one. Melon.
And Vivian's over to the side, and then Zenobia is 5 feet away from us.
She doesn't have a uniboo.
Oh,
So that's what's happening.
okay. Okay. Roderick.
Rinse and repeat. Readying Burning Hands. He's not moving though.
Okay. Renly.
Ready to throw.
I wonder if the spider's gonna run away. That is something I've been thinking about.
Like we're just in this bog forever.
Yeah, well, not forever. We'll stop eventually, but we're just kind of like tense right now. It's like, where's it gonna come from?
Well, to be fair, if it can disappear to the ethereal plane, it could run away at any time it wants.
Exactly.
To.
No, that's what I'm
Sure.
saying. Also, this is a dumb question, and I probably learned this with my knowledge roll earlier, but it was making those sounds, those crying sounds.
Yes.
Like it has a way to do that.
It has a lady
Yeah,
face.
With your knowledge check, you would know it has learned to mimic the last sounds of its victims.
This spider is way too smart.
That's horrifying.
Yeah.
I don't want this thing to exist in real life.
The only thing worse than a spider is a smart spider.
It was definitely a smart spider.
Oh, you know, like when the raptor opens the door,
Mm-hmm.
it's like that, but with a spider.
Clever girl.
Ugh.
I'd rather have the raptor, honestly.
Yeah.
All right.
Especially because they were the size of chickens.
Well, there's that.
Yeah, but they're going to be like cats. They're going to climb you.
That's
Claw the
fair.
crap
I mean, a
out of
bobcat is not the size of a chicken, but it's smaller, and it would tear you up.
Bobcat is not smaller than a chicken.
No, I'm saying that it's not, but it's smaller than a human.
Usually they leave you alone, though. They can see the size difference, and they're like, nah.
Would you say it's the size of Bruce?
He's
Yeah.
smaller, I'd say.
Oh,
than
no,
Bruce.
bobcats are way smaller than Bruce.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Like half a Bruce.
Yeah, I'd say about half a Bruce.
yeah, that would still fuck
Yeah,
you
but they
up.
climb you and then bite you in the jugular.
They really don't, though. Like, they avoid you.
I'm
Anyway,
talking about raptors.
Oh.
I'm talking about bobcats. They bite squirrels.
and
Keep up.
And they use their toe claw to slash you across the gut.
Their dew claw.
I got you.
They're the one that's on
toe claw.
I got you.
that's on their
Dew claw.
side. That's what it's called, the dew claw.
I thought the dew claw was on the back.
They can see your reflection
No,
in the
like,
stove.
I thought the dew claw was like that thumb one on a cat.
It is,
Yeah,
but like
it
the
is.
raptor, it's right here in the middle.
I'm the raptor. Doing what I can. Gonna eat everything to the appearance of man.
Anyway, so the face spider appears right behind Vivian.
Ah!
All right, who had a ready to
Snorted.
action?
I did.
We all did.
Everybody did.
Roger goes first because I'm selfish.
I didn't.
3-1-1-4.
Those are pretty even odds for you.
Yeah. 9 points of fire damage. Make a reflex save.
Am I in it?
Yep, because I'm directly behind you.
Vivian is in it, so Vivian also has to make a reflex save.
It's a 24 on the reflex save.
Yes, Gary, that passes.
He has 8 legs. Or she has
So
8
that's
legs.
4 for the spider,
24 on the reflex save.
4 for Vivian.
Roderick! Don't ruin my hair!
I told you I was going to do this.
Told you I was willing to sacrifice you.
All right, so who's next rolling
Me.
for their... Okay.
And that'll be a penalty, right? Because of
Oh,
melee.
nat 20! Yes!
Boy.
That's not going to matter.
Roll it again. Oh, doesn't confirm.
No.
Okay.
It's still a guaranteed hit.
Yes.
Yeah, well, she hits. All right.
Not a confirmed crit, but it is definitely a hit.
Yay! Well, that was the perfect time to get it since you had a penalty to that roll.
A pretty steep one.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because I was firing into...
Melee.
Melee, yeah. It was Vivian.
Alright, well, I'll accept it then. I would have liked triple damage.
Yeah.
Do I have any other modifiers? Do I still have the +1 from...
You still have the plus
Your
one.
song?
Yes.
Oh, nice. 7 plus 2 is 9 plus 1 is 10.
10 points.
10
points
points.
damage. Very good.
Because I can't study this, right? Because it's never around long enough for me to study.
I would rule that, yeah.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
agree.
Which
All
is
right.
why I haven't been asking. So, yeah. 10 points of damage, anyway.
Very good. Goes through. And Renly, you throw in the chakram.
I'm throwing it, and I got a 19.
19 will hit.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you said this creature has, like, the head of a woman on it. Ugh. That's just so creepy.
Oh, it's like the lava spider boss in Dark Souls.
Yeah, it is. And she was creepy, too.
Ugh, minimum damage, but because of the song, it's 3 points of damage.
3 points of damage.
A whole 3.
Every point
Hey,
counts.
every point counts. That is right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now that you've beaten the crap out of it again,
De-legged yet?
not yet, it is going to bite at Vivian.
Hit me with your best shot. Don't hit me with your best shot.
14.
Yeah, miss. Woo.
Yes.
That was not your best shot, Gary.
That was not my best
The
shot.
spider is weakening.
That is weakening,
Yay.
and it will phase out.
So Roderick hitting Vivian with the burning hands, that is the reason that there's a penalty with ranged weapons. So you don't do that.
That's why I think the spider phased out this time, because she also was horrified by the split ends she now has in her hair.
Yes.
Just want to make that clear.
Roderick didn't notice. Typical male.
There's something slightly too sweet to that.
All right, Vivian, it is your turn.
Oh, it is?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Can you repair those split ends?
I cast repair split ends. I cast conditioner on my hair.
I mean, that sounds like a cantrip to me.
It's like prestidigitation.
Yeah, but for hair.
Was Mike Wazowski's girlfriend?
The snake lady.
Yeah. Remember when
I
they
don't
put
remember her name.
when they put the cone around her and they put the cone around each of her little snake heads?
Yeah, she's gonna cast. She's just gonna cast Bit of Luck on Roderick again because he's the closest to her.
Bit of luck on Roderick.
Oh, and really, it is just in case it bites Roderick.
Can you move too?
I could, but no need.
Just bogged down there.
Yeah.
right, Zenobia.
You wanted to look at the body, right? As a move action. If Gary allows.
I don't want to stand in one place, actually. So I'm going to move another 10 feet, I guess. 15 feet?
You should move your whole range because I gave it to you.
Yes, I'm going to move my whole 15 feet and ready another arrow
Okay.
to fire when it appears again.
I know, it's a riveting pattern of a battle.
know. It's like, wow. Hey, but it's working.
I don't have dimensional anchor, Gary, so I'm limited on options.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
It's a spell, but I don't have it yet.
What does it mean? You can anchor things?
Yeah, it prevents creatures from moving to different
doing
planes.
just this,
Yes.
huh?
Yep, from phasing in and out.
But I don't have that
So
spell.
it's
I wish I
like
did.
cold spells, huh?
Yeah.
It's like your other levels.
So, Roderick, what you gonna do?
Roderick is going to try to move to where he's the most exposed.
He's taking off his pants.
Put that thing away.
That's a separate move action. No, he's just moving. And he's going to ready to cast Shocking Grasp as a spell strike through his weapon in case the creature appears within melee.
Okay.
You know, I don't know if this is fun to listen to, but I'm having a lot of fun doing this battle because it's giving us a chance to really stretch our abilities and try different things.
Yeah, this is a fun combat for us, Gary. I don't know if you're having any fun, but we are.
Practicing the whole readying actions and preparing what you're gonna do, and all that fun stuff.
I hate all this thinking.
Renly.
I'm going to continue my song. I'm going to call my weapon, and that's really all I can do.
Okay then.
I'm going to, do I need to do, I'm going to, move 5 feet so I don't have to do a hover check.
It would have to be 10 feet.
I'm going to move 10 feet. There you go. Perfect.
All right.
Just so long as I'm 30 feet.
So now you're flying in the air around Zenobia.
Yeah. Actually, my feet are probably like right over her head.
Hey, is this,
I'm only 10 feet.
hey, is this
so-
distracting?
Hey.
All right, Vivian.
Oh, man, this stupid spider. Okay, well, everyone's moved away from her, so Vivian's going to move back in to the circle, close to the group, and she will cast Bit of Luck again on Roderick.
It's like, you guys spread out. God.
He's going to roll a d20 this time in case it shows up. So that's
Yeah.
good.
All right. Back to Zenobia.
Zenobia shoots Roderick in the head.
Just to shoot something.
Just to shoot something. I'm going to move back in that other direction.
Okay.
She moves back to the other side of the party.
Yeah, so we're just scrambling around in this little,
looking everywhere.
thing.
Where is it? Where is it?
I mean, you have to imagine this has got to be terrifying. You never
Horrifying.
know where it's gonna pop up.
We
Horrifying.
we have the motion trackers from Alien.
Oh no! Yeah.
It just pings again.
No, it's like it sounds a little boring as we're doing it, but it's just like this is terrifying, and we're all just like, what's happening? What's happening? Vivian's just trying to keep Roderick alive because that's her instinct these days.
All right, Renly.
I'm going to move another 10 feet somewhere. I don't care. And ready my action.
All right, Roderick.
Oh, and is it already my turn?
Yeah.
Really?
Mhm.
All right, well, I'm
the
continuing my
spider's
song.
not going.
No, the spider's moving, but we can't see it, and Gary's
Yeah.
not telling. Do you want to tell us where the spider is, Gary?
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah, I forgot to say continue song, so continue song.
Okay, Roderick.
Roderick is going to move a little bit more to the center of the group.
So now he's like,
There's just
Get away from me! God damn it!
just ring around.
Do you see I have a bow?
Ring around Zenobia.
God.
Ring around the Zenobia indeed. So Roderick's going to ready Spell Strike, Shocking Grasp again.
we look very like we're all facing back to back right now. Like we're all facing in a direction.
Where's this thing?
Does your shocking grasp get another +1
To hit, yes. And to damage because I'm delivering it through my weapon. So yes.
All right,
That's
cool.
Vivian.
I don't want to waste any more bit of luck. 'Cause we might need them.
Didn't somebody take like a lot of damage to where if a channel would help them?
No,
All
No?
been healed.
no, we've all been healed.
okay, never mind.
Yeah.
So Vivian's gonna call out. How many rounds has it been since we last saw the spider?
I think 3,
3.
2 or 3.
Vivian is going to cautiously step towards the body, and she wants to check to see if it looks alive.
Okay, give me a hill check.
I'm guessing no.
I'm guessing no too, but
Could just be paralyzed. Could be
that's not-
paralyzed with spider poison. You don't know.
ooh, that's a natural 18.
Ooh, nice roll.
I don't have the kit bonus unless I was trying to like
Trying to
heal it. Okay,
Correct.
so 18 plus 7,
25.
25. Heal check.
Is dead.
Oh dear,
Aw,
she's dead.
I'm sorry about that.
I don't know if the spider's still here,
No, it's not the time.
and that's Vivian's turn.
So this continues for quite a while,
Yeah.
going back and forth, circling around each other, and the spider doesn't reappear again. So you would assume that the spider fled.
That is so
Nuts,
scary.
but we didn't kill
The
it.
spider fled.
Let me ask you a question, though. Did I exhaust all my rounds of singing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I'm all sung out, so I can't fly anymore, so...
Your voice is hoarse.
I'm not surprised that the spider fled.
There's literally nothing we could do to stop it.
No. That was awesome, though. I enjoyed that battle, even though we lost it.
We didn't lose it.
Well, not
didn't
lose
die.
it.
Nobody died except for
Yeah.
that lady.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, are we going to try and carry her back? We're going to go get her friends.
Absolutely.
No,
We're
we
gonna
need
bring
to
her
carry
back.
her back.
Can also,
Roderick.
can also do another perception check around this
Oh.
area.
Thank you for that hint, GM. That was a good GM move.
That's a natural 18 plus 9, 27.
18.
Natural 1, I don't see
18.
nothing.
All right.
In fact, I'm blind.
Well, a few of you notice there's a few things here. You find a potion vial, a magnifying glass with a gold handle.
Is this on the body, or this is just in the area?
in this marshy area. You can tell it's kind of like a nest for this thing. There is a small wooden box containing a set of brass weights.
Cool.
There is a walnut traveling case with a pair of superior locks and their keys sealed in wax.
Oh, that's awesome.
There is a jar of pickled garlic cloves
Dibs. I want that in real life.
and several...
Ew.
Can those be used against vampires?
Maybe.
That makes sense.
I'm not sure how they would work in this role.
Go, Noah, we've had pickled garlic in this house several times.
Yeah, and
Ew.
I want more.
Ew.
That's one of our regulars when we go to the Ren fairs. We get pickled
so
garlic.
good. I
It is.
love pickled garlic.
You know where it sells good stuff is Bass Pro.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay, sorry, Gary. Just went on a garlic fantasy.
And then the rest of it is just unsettling amounts of skeletal body parts.
Ugh.
Another burial detail.
Vivian will bless the ground. Like, just go around and make the Shaylin symbol, the Shaylin comparison of the cross, or the Shaylin equivalent of crossing the ground.
The sign of the cross.
Yeah.
The sign of the Shaylin.
The sign of the Shaylin.
Genuflect and Shaylin.
It's the, you know when you make the shape,
is when you kneel.
Yeah.
you know when you make the shape of a lady's body to show her curves, right? So like the hourglass shape. That's the Shaylin sign of the cross.
That is perfect.
I love it.
But that's almost like the Desna one because it almost makes a butterfly.
Yeah. No, the butterfly is going to be like when you're
Shadow puppets?
shadow puppets, like in
That's what
Napoleon,
I do. I worship Desna, right?
like in Napoleon Dynamite.
Right.
You really got to get the fluff into it.
It's the backwards.
Yeah.
So
No one's going to spellcraft the potion.
Oh,
Oh, I thought we automatically knew what it was.
spellcraft the potion.
Roderick now gets a 20, taking 10.
All right.
Wow.
So with that, you know it's a potion of Fox's Cunning.
Oh, cool. We haven't seen that yet.
What does Fox's Cunning do?
Makes you
Guess.
more cunning like a fox.
Well, that's great, but what does that mean? Does it an
What does it
enhancement?
add?
Yeah,
Yeah.
what's
Is it charisma?
I think that one's charisma.
I think
I
it's
can
charisma.
tell you in
Oh,
just
so a
second.
charisma caster can use it? What does it?
No. Eagle's Splendor is charisma. It's intelligence then. Maybe?
That would make sense.
Grants a +4 enhancement bonus to intelligence.
Yes.
So, which one of us nerds is going to take it, me or you?
Clearly Roderick.
Excuse me, he's a nerd too.
Are your spell saves based on intelligence?
My witch spells.
Shut up.
tell me about this walnut case.
By the way, when you said walnut case, I just imagined a big walnut.
Yeah. It's kind of, every time I've read it, that's how I've read it too. So we're making it canon. It's a giant walnut.
That'd be
It's
so
a case
cool.
in the shape of a walnut.
Yes, it's a giant walnut
Does it
case.
have googly eyes?
And just to be clear, the potion was the only thing radiating magic, right?
Yes.
Okay. Just making sure.
Yeah. The case is a traveling case with a pair of superior locks and their keys sealed in wax.
Nice.
Do we want to bring this back to the campsite before opening it?
I suppose, but I think the body is the more important.
I don't want to be in the spider nest.
As quickly as possible, yes.
Yes, let's go.
Sorry, Gary, we were wrapped up in the story.
All right, so Roderick, do you want to carry the body back? Roderick, will you carry young Elise back?
Yeah, that was going to be Roderick's suggestion. Is if the three of you could move forward and alert them to the reality of the situation, and I will bring the body when you are ready.
Zenobia, can you carry the walnut
Yes.
Just carrying it like a baby.
I imagine like Chip and Dale carrying a walnut.
Yes, exactly.
Chip and or Dale.
Or Richard, in Monster Hunter when they carry the eggs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's like this enormous egg, and you're like waddling with it.
And you have the armor skills, so you can jump off a waterfall without breaking
Yeah.
it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a great point. So Vivian will. So we all head back together, but Roderick will hang out in the woods, like out of sight.
Just a few feet back, not far.
Yes. And do we make it back to the caravan without incident?
You do.
So Vivian steps forward. She sees them all. Are they all still huddled?
They are.
Ooh, we gotta break some news, don't we?
Yes.
Yep.
Vivian steps out of the woods. Do they respond when they see us?
They do. Caleb stands up and he'll approach, seeing you.
Caleb, could you bring Elisa's sisters forward?
Yes. Just 1 second. Poppy, Letty, the nice lady would like to speak with us.
So Vivian will come forward. Hello, Poppy, Letty. My name is Vivian. I am a cleric of Shaylin, and I am sorry to inform you both, and she's like holding their hands. She's like, I'm sorry to inform you both that Elise has passed on. We have found her remains, but she was taken by a very horrible monster in the swamp.
The girls begin crying and they look confused. And Caleb will, oh my, it wasn't the beast, was it?
No, it was a beast. It was a horrifying. Have you ever heard of a phase spider?
Oh, I've heard of these. I've never seen one before, but I've heard of them.
I recommend that you don't introduce yourself to one. But we do have her remains. Roderick is waiting to come forward.
Yes, of course. Bring her back so we can bury her properly.
Yes, and I would be honored to assist with that if you wish.
We would of course appreciate that.
Not the actual burying. I don't do manual labor, but
The rites and
Yes,
such.
yes.
Understood.
The talky part.
the talky part.
I do believe that Troll Blood here will be able to handle the burying part on his own.
Which one's troll blood?
He is a very giant man. He's about 8 foot tall. He looks like the typical strongman type thing, but he's a very ugly looking elfin man.
Does he have a little mustache? That handlebar mustache?
Yes.
The
You're a
caveman,
tall one.
caveman outfit. So Vivian will call Roderick forward.
And so Roderick, solemnly but with purpose, moves forward, carrying the body gingerly over his shoulder.
And there are different sobs and cries as the sisters notice and others within the tribe notice Elisa's body. And it's a very somber evening after everything has happened, but Caleb invites you all to stay for the evening with them, to join them around the campfire. He'll introduce the troop to you all. He also says that, I believe this makes it very obvious that we are not well versed in survival. If you're interested, you could travel along with us to Lepistad, and we could all look out for each other. I don't have much as far as wages go, but I do have this. And he pulls out a dagger that, if you detect magic on, radiates magic.
Do you want me to spellcraft?
Sure.
Spellcraft 20, taking 10.
Show off.
But why wouldn't he just tell us what it does?
He might not know.
He will if we fail the check.
Yeah, I failed the check.
Roderick has a 20.
After looking at this dagger for a minute, Roderick notices that it's something that he might actually find quite useful. It is a +1 humanoid shape-changing Bane dagger.
What?
What does that mean? That's a whole lot of words.
So let me guess, just from, context clues. So this works specifically against, wares.
Yes.
Wear anything.
Shape-changing Bane? Or is it shape-changing, and Bane?
Humanoid shape-changing Bane.
Ah, gotcha.
That's so cool.
If you are humanoid shape-changing, it banes against you.
Oh, no, that's me. Kinda.
That is so
with my
cool.
hat.
So he gives you this as a rope, as
I picture the hat, a little beanie with a spinner on it.
No, it's Loki horned.
This is quite the gift. Where did you find this?
it is one of the curiosities that has been passed down within this tribe. But It does us no good if we can't keep our people safe. So, I pass this to you as a thank you for helping us when most people would just turn their backs on us.
I don't understand what you mean.
To turn their backs on people.
No, it's not good to turn your back on people. You need the most help. You're vulnerable and alone.
This is sadly true.
You're a loser.
Anyway,
I mean,
we can't turn our
He's
backs on you
Thurskill's
anyway
brother.
because
He's
there's no facing and pathfinder. We could only turn our faces to you.
yes.
People find a way, you'd be surprised.
You poor unfortunate souls.
So, yeah, you said that's what you're saying. He's Thurskill's brother.
Yeah.
So awful.
Roderick is staring into the fire during this conversation, because I'm assuming it's nighttime now.
Yes, it's nighttime now.
Zenobia wants to go open up the case.
Yeah.
Roderick is staring into the fire.
There's nothing in the case. It has those locks in it. That's what's in the case.
Oh. Really misunderstood.
Yes. Okay.
So Roderick is staring into the fire during this conversation, and he says, "It is correct to turn your back on those who are cruel, and those who seek their own benefit at the expense of others. But to turn your back upon the kind, and upon the innocent, there is no excuse."
Unfortunately, most people don't see it that way. Because, while I might pass for a normal person, aside from the fact of my pale skin and red eyes, my friends here, they are laughed out of town.
Caleb, I understand what you mean more than you could possibly imagine.
And we're not most people. We destroyed every evil creature in a prison.
Well, they did. I didn't help them.
That's true. He wasn't
I don't
there.
want to take the credit.
I cannot speak for Renly. I think Zenobia is the only normal person in our group.
I think that is very true.
Yes, that's very accurate. She's also the only reason any of us are alive.
Well, here, let me introduce you to the rest of the troop.
Please
Yes,
Yes.
please.
Right here by my side, this short, hunched-over little man. His name is Hap. He is a flea man. Yes, he does have the flea circus.
I love circuses.
Well, he's your man. He knows how to do all the special tricks with the fleas.
Oh, I can't wait. Vivian is super excited about
But
this.
Vivian, here's a magnifying glass.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, perfect.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you,
Then
Zenobia.
you can
it has
see the fleas.
The golden handle one?
Be very careful with how you send light through it.
So, I'm sure he will gladly be able to give you a full showing of the magnificent carnival of miniature wonders.
Oh,
The magnified
yes.
carnival of miniature wonders?
Yes.
That's funny.
And this beautiful lady here, standing nearly 7 foot tall, with this lovely beard down to her waist.
Is Renly?
This, beside Renly, this is Lydia. She is our bearded lady.
I love your beard. It's so thick and full.
She might be able to give you some tips on keeping it nice and full.
I mean, I don't really need them. I'm in my male form. I'm pretty rustic myself.
I see.
Meanwhile, you look like you hunt ducks.
I wear flannel when I'm dressed as a man.
I'm a lumbersexual.
And then over here, this
Sleeps all night and he works all day.
this magnificent man over here, who you'll notice is one of the most odd looking because he doesn't have any arms or legs. This is our human caterpillar known as Prince Zar.
Your Highness, I'm royalty too. I'm the heir apparent of our tribe.
If you want to talk about a royalty, Sajir, the Verdrani princess. And you see this beautiful woman in silks, and she has 4 arms. No, not 4 arms, but number 4 arms.
Can Roderick roll a knowledge?
Sure.
I want to roll a
Planes.
knowledge too.
I'm assuming planes.
Actually, local.
Roderick doesn't have that.
I do.
I do too.
I don't know though. I think 6 knowledge local.
Yeah, you definitely know.
I want to say, are you Asimar?
12.
Nope.
No one knows.
Because there are Asimars, instead of wings, they have arms, right? I'm not
Maybe.
mistaken.
I mean,
Yeah.
I will tell you, all of these people, they are all human.
Oh,
They
there's
just
no
have-
Asimar.
There is no Asimar, there is no special creature from another plane. They are all
They're
human.
just malformed.
Yes.
Your Highness, are you sure you don't have Asimar in your line? There are, I heard tale of Asimars that have arms instead of wings?
I am sure. And then you see 3 gentlemen on another side. They are all juggling.
Hero cards?
No. They're all juggling.
Says,
And you notice one of them has 3 legs, and the other 2 have 3 arms.
Huh.
But they're all juggling back and forth. They are the clowns of the group. This is Jarek, Joseph, and Tam.
Why isn't his name with a J?
I don't know.
Because he's the one with the legs.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Are they siblings?
No.
oh,
They're not. They're not siblings.
I assumed that they were siblings. That's my bad.
they've got 3 arms, then they can do completely different juggling courses.
Yeah, that's so cool.
You know what I see in my head? Do you remember A Bug's Life? Those the roly
pill
polies.
bugs.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yep.
I'm thinking.
Yep. And of course, you've already been introduced to Troll Blood, strong man. He's also really good with eating fire.
That sounds wonderful.
Is it
Yes.
nutritious?
He seems to like it.
Hi, Troll Blood. How are you?
And the Wolf Child, who does not have a name.
You don't have a name?
He was raised by wolves,
We shall call him Charlie.
Charlie?
Would you like a name?
and he just growls at you.
Rolf.
I don't know if that's a yes or a no.
Rolf. We call him Rolf.
Oh.
Many doors, yes?
And what does he say? Rolf. Do you like
Wait.
that name?
Does he speak?
He does not speak.
Ah.
I agree. We shall call him Rolf.
Well, we don't know if that name will keep, but we can try it. You do know Letty and Poppy,
Letty and Poppy, I'm so sorry for your loss.
and they continue to cry.
So during this time after the introductions, Vivian wants to. She's going to be kind of going into like mother mode, and she wants to comfort Poppy and Letty. And at some point, she wants to try to coax Rolf a little bit. Obviously, like with food or something, she wants to try to help. Can only make so many strides in an evening, but she wants to try to befriend him on a level.
Poppy and Letty can help with that as well, because Caleb had mentioned Elise had
Taken him under her
taken
wing.
him, yeah.
Yes.
So they were all basically like siblings at this point.
Okay.
So they're very good with him.
Yeah, so Vivian's attracted to those 3 of working with him. She also wants to watch the flea circus at some point.
Yes, so that's the other thing. I'm going to use the magnifying glass and show the kids how you can make things look bigger.
So you're working with the kids with
Yeah.
Vivian.
Yeah.
The women are going into mother
Goes
mode.
to my
Yes.
mom mode.
Yeah, women are going into mother mode.
Roderick is going to use whatever tools he brought with him in the cart where the horse has now disappeared. I don't know if the circus noticed that there was a horse and cart, and at some point it just turned into a cart by itself.
There may have been someone that noticed.
But he's going to use the tools he brought with him, as well as any implements they have in their caravan, to continue to craft his silver warhammer.
Very nice.
And Renly is going to try and make friends with Troll Blood.
All right.
Wink. Is there a wink in there?
Wink, wink.
There's a little bit of a wink.
And then, of course, continuing to talk to Caleb and just making ourselves acquainted with everyone.
And there's one point of the evening where Princess Sagira invites you into her cart, which is done up like a fortune teller's
Yes.
Yes.
setup. And she proceeds to read each of your fortunes. You can tell that it's not super in depth or telling you an actual fortune. It's more of the for entertainment style, which is kind of how it's billed to be.
Probably looks
anyway.
really cool, though, with her 4 arms.
It looks amazing. She got 2 arms going over
Oh,
the crystal
boy, when
ball.
she deals the tarot
while one
deck.
is thinking,
and one's shuffling. Oh, it'd be
the
so cool.
cards.
Roderick is just imagining what she could do with those forearms.
Oh,
Yes.
my goodness.
Such a slut.
He can't help himself.
He's a bit of a horn dog.
Yeah, he is.
But while you're all in there doing this reading together and listening to what she has to say, something changes for a minute. The crystal ball starts to glow like this radiant blue color. It starts to like illuminate the entire cart. It's very similar to that blue color that you saw radiating from Harrowstone after you cleared the entire prison.
Yeah.
That electric blue color. As she does this, it's almost as if she starts to levitate off the ground a little bit.
Does she seem surprised?
She doesn't know.
Translate.
She's gone into a total trance, and she's shuffling the Harrow cards in her hands while the other hands are circling the crystal ball. And one card pops up and hovers in front, facing each of you. And this card is known as the Uprising.
Oh.
It is a hammer card. You hear this voice tell you, this card is for each of you. You must all choose together when you use it. The use of this card will mean a bonus to each of your attacks.
Ooh.
For the duration of the combat.
Whoa.
Or if you are outnumbered, the bonus is higher.
Whoa. That is so powerful.
But all 4 of you must agree to use this.
Well, that'll
for
never
it to
happen.
work.
Zenobia.
Hey,
That's amazing.
it'll be Roderick that's going to be hoarding it.
Are you trying to...
He's overthinking.
Yeah,
And
that's fantastic.
And with that, the card kind of... It's almost as if it separates into 4, and part of it goes
Each section.
to each of you.
One for each arm.
One for each of you.
Nice.
Not for each arm, but one for each of you. And Princess Sajira slowly makes her way back down onto the ground. She's still continuing to shuffle the Harrow cards, and the blue light within the crystal ball fades away.
Does she know what she just did?
No.
Ah.
And we'll see you next week.
So creepy.
Ah.